before they even start scraping plasma shields.
Yep. Alright, over in the North Sea, you can see Moscow is taking another dropship up along the coast of Norway. And any experienced player who starts the country on the North Sea, you're going to definitely want to drop on this gas geyser right here. It's really easy to take as long as you know the path you're taking, and it's probably the easiest geyser to take on the entire map. And it's just some really nice income for Denmark.
Interesting thing there.
And here he goes about ready to take the port as well.
That's interesting. I like how he stopped the turret, too.
Yes, the turret freeze is a Diplo player's best friend, even more so than the buffer freeze. In order to do this, all you have to do is move the loaded dropship towards the turret, and you want to hit the unload button, and then you want to select the turret when you're within range. You don't want to wait. You don't want to do it too soon, because it just doesn't work if you do it from too far away. You also don't want to do it if you're flying in from the north. You can fly in from either side or from the bottom, but not from the north. So as long as you select unload on the turret, it'll fly right to the turret and unload on top and freeze it. And it's extremely useful, and it can save you a lot of pain.
Okay, another note here. You may have seen my minimap. It'll be now or in the near future change from purple to yellow, and I just did that because I was missing a lot of stuff, mainly the flight to the North Sea, or to the gas geyser. So I changed it from purple to yellow with shift and tab, so I could see his movement a lot better. I think I do that when he gets Ireland, which is in a turn or two.
Alright, and here he is taking a few dropships to his home base on the mainland. And I'm assuming he's going to load those up with his Swedes. One of Moscow's key strategies for using a small country like Denmark, particularly Denmark, is using those dropships to the best effect possible. As we've seen, he's not really much of a sit and wait and snipe the pylon kind of guy, but he can definitely drop those units in just the right places to make all the difference. So I'm guessing he's going to take these up north around Scotland and drop on Ireland. And for any relatively new diplomacy players we have joining us, the simplest and most pain-free way to take Ireland is from the north. It's very difficult to land in the south with 2 turrets and 2 cannons there. In fact, if you're stuck in the south and can't get around to the north, I would advise just flying straight past that, landing on one of these islands up here in the North Sea and repairing, and then coming back and landing on this northern bunker, because it really does save you a lot of units.
It's a good thing to know, because I'm not any kind of experienced diplomacy guy. I just know what's going on and know the basic strategies. And side note, he took the port a turn ago or so. But
yes, he did, and here he goes bringing another transport back to his home base to fill it up with Swedes. Taking Ireland kind of varies between players. I usually use about 5 dropships worth of units. Some people, like Moscow, tend to use 4. But it also depends on the units you use. If you use only Marines, you're probably going to need more than 5 dropships. But if you use a mixture of Marines, fire bats, and maybe a few mech units like Vultures or Goliaths, you can get away with 4 pretty easily. And these Swedish guards just rip apart natural defenses so easily. So you can definitely deal with this with just 4 dropships.
Unlike the Austrians, which do half a damage to shield until 3 upgrades.
Right, and looks like he's bringing a couple of wraiths for escort. Might as well, no reason not to.
Cannon fodder, I think. Watch.
I'm just going to start attacking that bumper as soon as possible.
I think he's...
Also, you'll note that he does not have any SCVs in his dropships, and one of the reasons for that is the AI likes to target those SCVs when they first drop out. that's just really frustrating because you usually only bring one, so you don't want to take up too much space, and then it gets killed right away, and you have to go back and get one anyway.
I think after the game in the
So-
comments he said he just forgot. He meant to bring one.
Usually when I do drops like that, especially on bunkers specifically, I will leave an SCV at my base, and then I'll just fly back and get it.
I'll usually
Yeah,
try and time the
but yeah,
drop.
there goes the-
I'll usually try and time it so it drops later. Because I know the AI actually, contrary to what you said, I think the AI doesn't go for them, but I'm not positive. If they're the first thing out, then yeah, but otherwise it'll target the attacking units first, I think.
Yeah, but oftentimes when you just have a whole bunch of units load up into the dropship, the SCV can certainly be one of the first ones in there. So if you're going to bring an SCV along, just be mindful and unload it and load it back in so it's in the last position.
Yeah, well, this is...
Alright, so
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Back in Denmark, he's stocking up on Swedish guards, and one of the reasons he's going to have to do that is because he's going to have to attack kind of a lot of computer AI defenses at one time. He's going to have to take out that cannon, and it's very possible that those units doing that will get hit by the cannons on Germany's western border because they are within range. If he uses too many, there it goes, we'll see. Oh, looks like he got away with it, but those Archons can be very, very frustrating for Zerg units to kill. As you can see, those two of them killed probably almost a dozen of them.
Yeah, that splash kills. This is wrapping up. I think he caps Germany and talked about going into Poland, but I'll trim the video at that point so it's not too long.
Yeah, at this point he has two nice new specials. He has the Swedish guards, and he also has Ireland. And both specials are really good. They're really cheap. You can use them together, or you can just focus on one. And if you focus on one, you really have to expand accordingly. If you go with the Irish, you have access to the Finnish cap, and it's a really nice fire bat. You might as well take it since you have very easy access to it. And eventually you're going to want Switzerland, easily the best ghost special on the map, and in fact the only one I would ever willingly use. But then again, if you focus on Zerg, you can go with the Czech Armored Rovers, Austrians if you want to invest in the upgrade. Frankly, it's not really worth it. You might as well just use the Swedish one.
Yeah, especially
You can also go
don't
for...
don't Marines make those.
Yes, they do. And in fact, I believe the rule of thumb for this Infinity map is any Terran special will override any non-Terran special. I'm not sure, I haven't tested this fully, but in my experience, at least with a few different countries, that is the case. For example, Portugal. If you have both Portugal and Ireland, the Ireland unit is what welcome.
Well, I think this is it. I think he ends it here in I think this is turn 5. I don't know if I checked in the video or not. It's something crazy
Yes,
like that.
This is turn 5. And he did kind of focus on land expansion and taking islands as well as Ireland.